I believe. I believe. I just did start the preview play, motherfucker. I'm going live. Going live. Hello, I am live. Because it always starts earlier than you think, guys. So, how you doing? Oh, it's been a long time since I live streamed, and I look like I've got bloody jaundice, even though I don't. It's just the light in here. And Logitech got messed up. Some new driver. Everything's gone kaput. Don't know how to fix it. Might have to consult the Pink Wizard on this, but he's streaming soon. So, alright, so I know. Disclaimer here, guys. This stream is actually more to talk about issues than necessarily the Sherratt Patrol stuff. That's more the light entertainment in between. And also, I was impatient. He's taking too long to craft his little thing, his statement. So that's only the entertainment in between, while I talk about more serious entertainment sandwiched on the outside. So you get the nice chunky little Sherratt Patrol meat, but then you get the nice rest of the sandwich, you know, whatever. Terrible analogy, but how is everybody? I am very tired, but I will try. Fucking moody. Too soon. What's too soon? I didn't make a joke. Oh, Sherratt Patrol, right, okay, gotcha. Well, hello, John. I didn't know you were Scottish. I know that Chief Moody is. So, this is where I'm going to go. So, I'm going to start off with Sargon with Jess Phillips. Oi, Aiden, stay away from the memes. But the memes are coming, and you can actually share these memes, because these are great memes. So, we're going to start with Sargon and Jess Phillips. We're going to start from way back in the week. Then we're going to go into him going on tour, and then basically, you know, campaigning to become MEP. I would talk about Dan Killer, but I don't really know what he's doing. So, other than him pulling faces and looking really awkward during the press conference, there's not much I can really talk about, really. Other than the fact that he's not far from me at the moment. But oh well, I'm not drinking. I'm here. But oh well. So there's that. I can't really talk about his thing because there's not a lot of info on it, and I don't want to talk about something that I don't know about. So there's that. Then we're gonna talk about maybe Sherratt. I'm not sure, but I might talk about the collusion, and then also the crazy cat lady as well, maybe. But I don't know. You'll have to bear with me on that. So all I know is Sherratt is in the middle somewhere, and then we'll get back to the serious stuff. I was really mulling about the Sherratt stuff. It's like I don't want drama much in my channel anymore, really. But live streams seem to be the perfect way to talk about it, because you'll ask me about it, and it seems like a better place. Streams are more chilled out for that stuff, you know. Well, a video, I want to push ideas and stuff like that now, not drama, unless it's really, really, really important that I have to talk about it, you know. But other than that, not much. Let me move myself up a bit, actually. I'm not right about that. It seems to work now, right now. But anyway, I think it's time to get on with the show. So, Jess Phillips gets back into the news after a very quiet couple of months, because Sargon announced that... Oh, that's the wrong page. Sargon announced that he was going to run for MEP. Now, what's interesting is that people have been kind of predicting this for a long time now, and I, for one, I'm kind of glad he's doing it, because, you know, it's about time somebody from our side of the internet actually got out and did some actual stuff, some real life shit that we need to do in order to win the culture war, right? So I'm perfectly fine with him doing this. I'm perfectly fine with him joining whatever political party he sees fit to join, and also whatever movement / label he wants to create. Liberalists, it's doing something concrete and in the real world, not just on the internet responding to people and, you know, making good ideas in videos and pushing these ideas. But you're not really going to connect with people if you don't go out and meet them and tell them about it, because most people are kind of ignorant about this side of YouTube. So, of course, like vultures descending on carrion, the British press just couldn't wait to uncover these public videos that he's never apologised for, nor will he ever apologise for, and quickly denounced him for everything you could possibly imagine. So first it was Jess Phillips with the I wouldn't even comments. I wouldn't even steal your memes, Aiden, that kind of thing. I mean, firstly, I think we all know the reason why. He said it to be provocative, but also to make a point. She was basically, what a lot of people don't remember is, she was basically virtue signalling about reclaiming the internet from harassers, because women get harassed online, even though everybody gets harassed online. Alright, that's just a fact of life, okay guys? This isn't something unique to women or minorities. Everybody gets harassed online. Everybody. By literally every kind of person. Because that's what trolls do. That's what trolls are. They're everybody. So that was what he was responding to, because it was obviously just politician talk, and she was just bullshitting people and stuff like that. And he just said, I wouldn't even rape you, because, what would a good person say? And well, we can't be having that. Apparently it'd be better to say I would than I wouldn't, regardless of the grammatical, linguistic semantics going on. The fact remains is he wouldn't, and that's bad apparently. And a lot of people are scared that would make him look bad, but a normal person seeing somebody freak out about not wanting to do that to somebody, they would think these people are mad, because that would be my impression. Like, wait, he said he wouldn't, so why are you so offended? Why are you so angry? You should be glad. So he's once again showing their hypocrisy and the fact that they will jump on literally anything to be offended over. And then what else? They called him racist and sort of things out of context, PewDiePie style, when we all know that he isn't, and he was just talking about things, or attacking Nazis, or just the alt-right, whatever. He likes to say Nazis because he's speaking their language to them. But yeah, it's interesting how they're defending Nazis, defending white nationalists. Oh, never change, SJWs. And then what I do like is that people were calling out Jess Phillips because she decided, you know what? I'd like to use this for my own personal gain. And she went back on Twitter to say that she's a bitch, because one of the things that happened was this legendary tirade that Sargon went into, saying, oh, if she's going to be a bitch online, I'm going to be a dick to her. And then she said, you don't know how much of a big bitch I can be. And it's like, way to make yourself look even more like what we say you are, a horrible person. And then she was saying she wanted to sue him for speaking the truth about it, because, okay, Sargon claimed that she laughed at male suicide. She did laugh in the thing. She laughed while Philip Davis suggested we should talk about the issues. So she'd already had the belly laugh when he mentioned male suicide, but she was still sniggering and, just being horrible, so it does count. She was laughing. She was still kind of, composing herself when he mentioned that. So she did laugh at men's issues. And one of men's issues is suicide, obviously. So she did laugh at it. And she's claimed that she didn't when she did. We've got documentary proof, guys. Where is it? It's here somewhere.
Have I reminded you?
Shut up, Tim Pool. Feck. There it is. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
It is a fairly straightforward one, in the sense that every year since I can remember, certainly since I've been a member of this House, which is 10 years now, we've had an annual debate, and in the last few years this committee has granted one. In fact, I think I was on the committee when it did grant the debate for International Women's Day, and that's been held every single year. And so I thought that in the...
You can kind of see her doing it, sniggering, smiling at him. I know it's really grainy, but I just get this sense, I can see it, I don't know.
Spirit of gender equality, it would only be right to have a debate to commemorate International Men's Day, which conveniently falls on Thursday the 19th.
She wasn't even the only person. That guy behind Philip Davis, who's a brilliant MP, he was sniggering at him.
Of November, which is a date when you may or may not have some time to allocate, so it will be very fitting Because, of course, not only do we have International Women's Day, we also have women and equality questions every month in the Chamber, which we don't have for men. So the opportunity for men to raise issues that are important to them is very limited. And just to give you a flavour, Mr. Chairman, of the type of things that may come up and which will be
so she did laugh.
Part of International Men's
She's composing herself.
Day. I'm not entirely sure why it's so humorous, but to discuss issues such as men's shorter life expectancy, wider...
She's still laughing. She's just holding it in or sniggering, being a little bit quieter, but she's still laughing.
Male health issues, many of which go unreported through embarrassment of men to sort of go along and talk about these things. The high suicide rate amongst men, the propensity for violence against men. There's many male victims of domestic violence, again, as something that goes very much unreported because of lots of embarrassment about it. The underachievement of boys in education compared to girls. The issues around father-child relationships and often the way that fathers sometimes feel they don't get a fair crack of the whip in terms of custody of their children and things like that. These are all issues that affect an awful lot of people around the country.
Alright, we get it, guys. I think we get it now. So she laughed at that. She laughed at that. And she's denying that she laughed at it when she did. So she can stop lying already. But you know what? I digress, guys. I digress. What do I know? What do I know? What the hell do I know? So... So that happened. She's not going to sue him, alright? Nothing's been said about that. Then, obviously, Antifa's been on the road as well, following him around some places. Oh, if you want to know about my hair, it's wet. It's Manchester, it rains. So then, he's been touring around the southwest, just doing what Sargon does, which is trigger the libs, I guess. Doing it very well. And then he gets jumped a few times. He gets some really good interviews. And then he goes to bloody Gibraltar and creates an epic meme. And that's pretty much it. I fully support what Sargon is doing. I hope he wins. Will he win? I don't know, honestly. I wish he would win, but it depends how much he can galvanise, really. It depends how many people are able to help him as well in UKIP and whatever. Laughs at men's issues, and that's like a victim when Sargon said to her, I know, exactly. It's okay when they do it. It's okay when they do it. Don't mind me messing with my settings, guys. I'm just bloody bleh. I don't know what I'm doing. So that happened. Then I'll have to go on what is Paul Joseph Watson's thing? Not Truth in Media. Joseph Watson, crazy cat lady. Where is it? I forgot what his bloody news blog is, whatever it's called. Because I can't even show you the video because it's been deleted, and I was going to show you guys, but oh well, What is it? I forgot what it was called. Shit. I was literally on there recently. No way, I'll find it, guys. I'm not having a boomer moment. It's just hard to remember people's bloody websites. PayPal channels. I don't want to know his channel stats. What's your bloody blog? Blog. Oh, stupid. It's not the Saker. What's Paul Joseph Watson's blog, guys? Do you know what it is? I don't know what it is. It's not Prison Planet. Summit News. Thank you, David. Thank you. Summit News. Thank you very much. I found it. Thank God. He needs more writers. It's only him at the moment. It's weird. But anyway. Let's see if I can find this video. Not the video, but the article about the video, because you get to see what the woman looks like. She did one more video when she says make peace not love, which is make love not war, which is ironic because she threatened the man with execution and lobotomy or lobotomization. Here we are. Here she is. So this Portuguese bitch, right? This crazy feminist called for the death of all people who advocate rape. Now, unfortunately, I guess that doesn't apply to a certain minority of people, but then even a minority who use it against certain minorities and majorities. But we can't talk about that because that will get me suspended, but whatever. Never mind that she wasn't talking about them. Clearly she was talking about straight cis white males, obviously. Who actually advocates for rape, I don't know, but even then, if they did, why should they be killed for it? Why should they be lobotomized? They should just be ridiculed, because that's what these people deserve, ridicule. You don't need to kill these people. But anyway, so she thought the best thing to do would be to threaten Carl Benjamin. I don't know why, other than she's crazy. But it was honestly one of the funniest videos I've ever seen in my life. Honestly, I watched it all the way through. A lot of people were kind of, oh my god, I can't believe she would say such a thing. But I was laughing because she was just, it was like watching a video for back in the day that I used to respond to, only it's not the bedroom feminist. Well, she is one. But it's like Scum Manifesto style feminists doing bedroom feminism. It was like watching that, because that's what they would do. They would want the death penalty for that, which is weird. I mean, she's left wing and she wants the death penalty. Damn. I mean, that's a person who's definitely got a nice stable relationship, who is obviously sane and obviously a beautiful woman, stunning and brave, calling for the death of people who may or may not exist, and one man who didn't advocate anything like that. Or, at the very least, he should be forcefully lobotomized, which is basically making him brain dead, so it's kind of executing him anyway, isn't it? But anyway, then... oh, maybe I should save the next bit till last, actually. Yeah, we'll save the next bit of Sargon news for last, but time for the hashtag Sherratt Patrol. So, oh, David. Before I get into it, can I just say that this guy reminds me of me. This is one of my first thoughts about him when I met him. This was my first impression, that this guy reminds me of me when I was 16 years old. He was literally 18 when I met him, and now surely he must be 23. Or was he 17? How old was he? I can't remember. He was younger than Lauren Southern. She's younger than me. She's older than him, but younger than me. I don't know. She's 22 now, right? I'm 25. Yeah, he's about 21 now. So, oh god. So every time I see him do what he does, I keep thinking, I could have been that. I could have gone down that path, but I didn't. I somehow didn't. Even though I'm pretty sure I've not matured much at all as a human being. But, oh well, some of us will grow old disgracefully, I guess. But he seems to be getting worse. Now, I don't remember him ever exhibiting this. But I'll give you the context. So, old Sherratt, old buddy, old pal, he went to America somehow. I don't know how he got the money. I assume he has a very good job, which is fair enough, Sherratt. You got a good job. Better job than me. You can go to America. Unless he was using part of the 10k that he rose and that his mum took from him because she didn't trust D, or whatever he was trying to do with it. He went to America, visited his mates, his far leftist bros like Jeff Holiday and all those other people. You know the types. And then he wanted to meet this one girl in particular called Karma. Yes, her actual name's called Karma. More on her later. And basically, he got the hots for her. And when you see a picture of her, I'll see if I can find a suitable picture of her. You'll see some similarities between her and a certain somebody. So he gets the hots for her for a while now. Then he wants to meet her. They do meet up at one point, but he wants to meet her again before he leaves, or I don't know. It's like the times are all messed up. I don't know exactly when they first met and when the second fateful meeting never happened. But she knew through other people that he fancied her. He couldn't go and tell her himself, but they apparently did talk it out and said, look. She said, look, you're my friend. I'd see you as a friend, as a brother, you know. Friend zone as usual. Poor David. If you look at the thumbnail, you'll see the reason why I put that as a thumbnail. So that happens, then basically she tells him why she can't see him for the second time. I think it was like a death in the family or illness. Something happened with her fam, and understandably you can't go and see people. She's not just not seeing him, she's not seeing anybody, right, other than close family. And he didn't like that because it wasn't giving him the attention that he wanted, and he felt she was making excuses for not seeing him, because clearly there must be some kind of fiery passion between the two, right? There must be something there. Why else would he go there to woo her? But anyway, he then comes back to America, posts a picture of him and her together. Right, let's get that picture up as well, shall we? That means I have to bloody go on Twitter. The new shitty Sherratt fucking picture. Where is it? Hang on a sec. Well, we don't want Tim Sherratt. Leave that guy alone. He didn't do anything wrong. Photos. Come on. Oh yeah. He thinks he's cool, but he really isn't. Here it is. That's the picture. He posted that, and that's her. That's Karma. Now, I don't know what the rest of this shit is. I think that's his room. Somebody's just transposed the two. I don't know. Mind you, it could be my old room. That looks like one of my old rooms back in the day. And that's her. He obviously thinks, yeah, I'm in there. Look at that. This is my girl. That's the thing. He implied he had a girlfriend. That's why he did it. He posted that clearly say, look, I'm bad bitches, and I got myself a girl. And he's like, no, you don't. You don't have a girl. Because we have a statement that she got somebody to post on her behalf, because she's so scared of him flipping his shit that she has to lock her account, and she's worried about being doxxed again, or I don't know. I've heard a lot of stuff, and he's meant to be responding to this, but no response as of. So, are you ready, guys? Dramatic reading time. I need to get this out of my system. Right, I'm ready. I'm having someone else post my statement because I really don't need a bunch of people spamming my mentions. I'm already pissed and hurt, but I feel the need to say something. A while back, David was planning on coming to America and stopping by to visit. Great, totally cool with that. We've been friends, and it's good to hear he's travelling. Later on, a few friends of his told me rather aggressively that he had feelings for me. Something he didn't reveal. I ended up talking it out with David. It turned out he was pretty much coming to the States to woo me. I told him that the distance factor would make dating impossible. That never stopped Sherratt. Distance is put a number to David. As gently as possible, and he was cool with it. Saying he would also go to other parts of America he wanted to visit. I had also told him I would be very busy that week with helping out various family members during a time of distress, something that abruptly came up. One of my family members ended up getting sick the day after I met David, and I told him I'd be unable to meet up with him because of it. The nice guy mask came off to reveal entitlement, claiming I was lying, making excuses, not putting any effort for him. I have sick, disabled and dying family members to tend to, while also having to work and do household chores, yard work, with various family members. For a thought, she's very, very, very wholesome. He backpedaled when I called him out on it. He DM'd what essentially was a self-invitation to a family member's home. Strange for obvious reasons. I don't need to get into that. That's ridiculous. Oh, I can always come and hang out with your dying family member. What happened to his brain? He went on to talk about how he intended to kiss me, despite me making it very clear that a relationship would not happen. Him feeling he was more entitled to my time than my dying great-grandma. The fact he kept his intentions in the past secret, and he intended to kiss me despite telling me he was fine with just being friends, led me to believe that I could have ended up in a very uncomfortable situation. See, he's just playing a game, right? It's mind games. He's getting into your mind. He's trying to... he's just trying to hit this psychology stuff he learned from reading all those manuals from pickup artists. You know, he picked up a thing or two. You know, he doesn't like them, but he picked up some moves, obviously. Let me just sort this out. There, that's better. That's a lot easier. I mean, what's the difference between him and Roost V at this point? I have since blocked him, but I worry about how he might retaliate. He knows sensitive information about people I have feelings for, and I've worked with on combating the alt-right. When you're not working with the... Oh yeah, she used to be alt-right, allegedly. And now she's part of the far left, allegedly. Really, I just think she's a thought, that's why. After 2 years of friendship, I expected better. I was played for a fool by a nice guy. I initially was going to keep this quiet, but after hearing that I'm not the only girl this has happened to... You're not. I feel the need to speak out. I initially had a great time with David when I met him, and I will not backtrack on that, but his true colours eventually shined through and left me pissed and heartbroken over a lost friendship. Aww. That's kind of sad, but oh well. Trust me, you'll be better for it. As Undoom told me once upon a time, there are some people that just sap the energy out of you. Energy sappers, or whatever he called them. It's true. He's one of those guys. You're better off without him. I myself am much better. In fact, this got so viral that even ER, A:*R, was commenting on this, like, I'm so sorry to hear he hid his power level like that for years. I hope this will prevent him from creeping on us. Even Hi, I think I'm real. Even Hi, I think I'm real. Schmuckles or whatever, Schmuckums that Barbarossa calls him, is like this. Who else was there? There's a few other like well-known people. Oh, there's Macho, friend of the channel. Also Progressive Insanity. I forgot his name. What the hell is that? There's a few other famous people. Oh, V, yep. I was the one who alerted V to that. I'm not gonna lie. Sherratt is getting me. He's not getting me too'd. That's not a Me Too moment. That's just being exposed, I guess. The memes! Oh, the memes! And that's where I stole the meme. I know, I did an aid in. I did an aid in, guys. Disappointed B, mommy. God. And yeah, she's the girl who, you know, slept her way around the alt-right, basically. And that's it, basically. Now, I wonder, has he released the statement, guys? Let's have a little look. Oh god, I can't believe he honestly thinks he's cool. I can't believe it. Oh yeah, he said he was too drunk yesterday, but surely that would just make him more honest, as somebody said. But no, he's not done it yet, so chances are I won't even talk about that. I just thought it'd be good for the meme. Yeah, Aiden, she is kind of nuts. I guess implied that she's a bit nuts by saying she's a thought. But yeah, she's really nuts. Some people think she's got borderline, but she's actually got Asperger's. And yeah, she used to make daily threats about herself on Paul and cause loads of trouble. And she's leaked. Well, she didn't leak it. She published her own nudes online, and then when she got doxxed, and I guess the game was up, she was like, gotta delete, but the internet never forgets. If you want to find them, at Mega Mike, I think, on Twitter, he knows where they are. Hey, it's her own fault. She shouldn't have posted them. So I'm not going to stay on this too long, but I'm just going to try and, tie up a few loose ends. Because Aiden is right, I missed a few things. So I guess he was always capable of this. But, like, I thought better of him. I thought he would at least learn from his mistakes, but he doesn't seem to learn. He seems to get worse. And the thing is, like, I've been getting not a lot, I'm getting a few messages from certain SJWs and certain anti-SJWs trying to say that I'm a creeper, that I'm this, I'm that, when I'm not. And they got guys in their own backyard who do this kind of thing all the time. And it's just projection. Like, one guy tried to say, oh, didn't you flirt with some 16-year-old? I didn't flirt with some 16-year-old. I don't flirt with 16-year-olds. I haven't flirted with a 16-year-old since I was 16 years old. Now, what they were doing was they were basically saying, because I was sarcastic and patronising to one person in a video response 3 years ago, that apparently I flirted with her by calling her good night, sweetheart, or whatever. When I was being ironic, I was taking the piss out of her. But again, that is flirting to them because that's what they do. They are like that. That's what they do. What the fuck is wrong with OBS, man? I fucking hate this thing. Like, I just don't know what's wrong with it, but whatever. And why is it like that? 3 times rejection, I know. You imagine being this person. Don't imagine it. It's best not to. Only some levels of thottery. She is lifeless. She is kind of like a Mass Effect NPC. You're right, privilegey shitlord. Damn. I didn't think about it that way. It's just, it's like, I keep getting all this projection labelled at me. Sorry guys, I was messing with something then. I get all this projection labelled at me. Usually gets projection labelled at him for different reasons by a certain, yeah man. And it turns out that they're the creeps. and they're the people who are horrible and liars. Like, they need to sort out their own bloody group rather than take it out on us. It pisses me off. Fuck these people, man. And fuck the people who think that these people can be in any way reasoned with, and that somehow they ended up back on their side. Like, you know that they're wrong and some of these people are horrible, and yet you still, I don't know. It sounds wrong and tribal, I know, but I can't articulate how strange it is. I don't know. It pisses me off, guys. So anyway, let's get back onto the show. So, I guess so, John. I guess you're right. So anyway, speaking of Sargon again, because we need to get back on track now. We've done the middle of the sandwich. We're getting into the outer ends of it now. This is more the lettuce and the tomatoes of a chicken sandwich, I guess. Chicken salad. So cast your minds back to 2016, guys, where we heard nothing but interference and meddling in the American 2016 presidential election. How Russia was meddling, being little sneaky little neats. Well, what do you know? Twitter, old Jackie Pal, has decided to do that himself. So basically, I think it was yesterday or today, Sargon and Tommy Robinson's MEP accounts, which are not run by them, as far as I know that Sargon's isn't, were mysteriously banned. Now, Tommy Robinson's has been put back on, I think. His is back on, but Sargon's is not. Why? TOS violations. Obviously, we don't know what part of the TOS that they broke, but they just broke it, guys. You know, Jack and his lawyers decreed that they obviously broke some kind of rule that we don't know about, Patreon style. But be damn sure that they were not good boys, or whoever was running the channels or accounts, that is. But it's just, we know it's interference because there's no other reason why it couldn't be, because that's where they're coordinating their campaigns. This is where people can get to see their policies or opinions taking shape. This is where you go to see if this is the candidate for you. And Jack knows this, the British media knows this, Westminster knows this, and it wouldn't surprise me if somebody talked into somebody else's ear, who then talked into another person's ear, and it got back to Jack, and lo and behold, this happened. So it doesn't surprise me at all that this has happened, and it's so ironic. Russian interference, bad. Twitter, Californian interference, good. It's okay when they do it. It's okay when they meddle with other nations' affairs. This is if it does turn out, if it does transpire that there is collusion going on between members of the British establishment and Jack and Twitter, then that's going to open a whole kettle of fish, isn't it, guys? And I don't think you guys want that to come out now, do you? So I think it's best for everybody that you let democracy run its course. You guys should know that Sargon doesn't have much of a chance, but he has a sliver of a chance of becoming MEP. But you don't think that, do you? You don't think that he has a sliver of a chance. You wouldn't ban him and Tommy if you thought they had a sliver of a chance. You think that they have a big chance, and that's why you're trying to ban them. That's why you're trying to derail their campaigns. But truth be told, even though Twitter helps, I doubt they really need it. As long as they continue going on the road, meeting real people, which is where it matters, they can ignore you. There's nothing you can do to them on the road. I mean, I guess you can get Antifa to show up, but Sargon's not afraid of a bunch of fucking neets, middle class neets who don't know how to fight. They're not going to stop him. They're certainly not going to stop people like Tommy Robinson, who can fight and have fought and have been arrested and put in prison for it. You think Antifa's going to stop these people? No. And I think you guys know that your time is running out for you guys. So I guess I could go for one more story before I chat with you guys before I go. So I got into a little bit of not a Twitter spat, it was a Twitter discussion about that Greta girl, you know who I mean. There it is, Greta Thunberg. Now, I'm not going to read out this article. This isn't just a placeholder. I mean, firstly, look at her. That's not a 16-year-old. Surely. I mean, look at her. She doesn't even look like puberty's hit. She's still got the chubby cheeks of a 6 or 5-year-old. Ugh. It's creepy. She's creepy looking. Don't like her. Ugh. Ugh. Something about her. Ugh. They think they've got like a cute little exterior for environmentalism, but it's like, I think she's creepy. I think she's creepy. She looks too much like a baby. Ugh. Give me at least have a woman. I mean, she's supposed to be a woman, but I don't know. I don't think she's 16. I need her birth certificate. I need a passport. I need her ID. Miss, I would like to see your ID, please. So, anyway, I was arguing with some people because some people don't like her being criticised, even though they disagree with her. Now, the reasons I can kind of see. Firstly, she's apparently got Asperger's, allegedly, and she's young, she's 16, as if that's ever stopped 16-year-olds from ever debating people about anything online or in real life. I don't know why being 16 stops somebody from, being subject to criticism. 16-year-olds in this country can fuck, they can own property, they can get married with the parents' permission. They can't vote, thank God. But other than that, they can do a lot of the things that adults can do, apart from, drinking and shit as well. And they can drive when they're 17. Although they can drive like mopeds and stuff with a provisional license. They don't even need an actual license to learn that. So, 16-year-olds can already, we've decided they can all, in this country anyway, and I guess in Sweden too, that they can do all these things. So how come she can't be criticised because of that? It was the same thing with Miley, whatever she was called. The all white people are racist and all cis people are transphobic. That girl, Miley Stewart, was it? She was 17, and people were like, "Oh no, she's 17. Don't be too harsh." Even though she's literally saying the most hateful things, and was unapologetic about it, and clearly knew what she was saying, and it was even riling up people. She was actually trolling people, kind of like what Riley Dennis is doing now. She, whatever, is just making clickbait videos because they figured out doesn't matter about the like to dislike ratio. The algorithm likes it. You get views, you get money. Isn't it? Win-win for Riley. Can't fault him for it, really. I've benefited from the same thing. So, but yeah, that's not an excuse. I don't think Asperger's is an excuse. I've got fucking Asperger's. Aiden Paladin's the most autistic person on the planet. I'm joking, Aiden. I love you, really. In the comments, she's had worse than me, and she can take it. But also, we're older. She's nearly 30. I'm nearly 30. So, I guess somehow it's different. And then when Miley turned 18, apparently fair game to criticise, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So, and then another thing was, she's clearly the image, the front, and there's other people who are the puppet masters pulling her strings, which is probably true, but there's no reason why a 16-year-old can't do this on her own accord and has the connections through parents to do this. I don't think that's impossible. I wouldn't fault a 16-year-old for trying. At least she's doing something, at face value. And I don't think that necessarily stops her from being criticised. I mean, who am I meant to criticise then? Who's behind her? I don't know who's behind her. The whoever's sponsoring her, it might not be them. Could be somebody else. You need to point this person out, or this group. But I'm going to criticise her anyway because it's coming out of her mouth. And I think that's fair. She's fair game because she's a public figure. She's saying things that can be criticised or praised. And I don't think Asperger's works because Asperger's is nowhere near as bad as fucking, autism and shit like that. Most people with Asperger's are fine. They can speak and live normal-ish lives. That's fine. And even then, statistically, it's unlikely that she is anyway. I don't know. It's mostly men who get it and boys. But apparently it's just because we can't diagnose it easily with girls, which is fair enough. But I'll say she's got Asperger's, even though I've not seen the doctor's note, That's not an excuse. Age is not an excuse. Because at what point is she okay to criticise? What age? 17? 18? 19? 20? Because just because you turn from 16 to 17 doesn't mean that you're one way up towards an adult in maturity levels or anything. She seems pretty mature as it is. And then from 17 to 18, are you a radically different person? I wasn't a radically different person when I turned 18. The next day I may have been hungover, but I was the same person. It's ridiculous. It doesn't work. I don't buy those arguments. She should be criticised. Obviously not harassed or anything like that, but nobody's doing that as far as I know. But what gets me is this person can be treated with respect and dignity and applause in the House of Commons, but they get triggered over the leader of the free world potentially coming over again, to the point that Corbyn won't even go to the dinner. Fuck Corbyn anyway. Who would want to go to a dinner with that guy anyway, to be fair? Commie. And then then I don't know where I was going with it. It's just bullshit. She gets treated like a queen. We've already got a queen, and even Sweden's got a fucking queen. Bullshit, man. Daily Mail just called Sargon's personal and anonymous phone number while he was in Gibraltar, saying they got it from the police. Well, shit, Slaughter Otter, that's something. Oh yeah, tail feature. I've got something to tell you about that, actually. I'm not going to be public about anything. It's don't worry, it's nothing evil, nothing bad's happening to me. But something that Tell Feature would be interested in. But they want to talk to me about a 5-year-old stream about sexual assault and age consent. Oh, wow, typical plods. See, I've been toying with, well, not toying, I do want to do it, I just don't know how to do it. I want to do a video about the British police, the video that calls them out from a British person, so that Americans don't go, why aren't you calling out your police? Your police are shit, whatever, right? So I can say, look, here is the video, here's me making the most comprehensive video I can about how fucking shit they are, right? But I don't know how to do it, I don't know where to find the countless examples. I don't know how many I'm going to use, but I do know I want to label it fuck the police, but then I'm worried I'm going to get arrested for that. But is that okay? Maybe I should ring GMP, Greater Manchester Police, and go, is it okay if I'm criticising the police to name this video fuck the police? Obviously I have to say F the police to them, but would it be okay? Because I'm just criticising you. I don't literally say, whatever, go, kill yourselves. No, I don't want that. But as a rhetorical phrase, can I say it? Because Ice Cube was technically being rhetorical when he said that. Kind of. You're fucked because you're at the most lofty university. Is it University of Manchester, Sam? You don't have to tell us here, but I reckon it's that. I reckon it's that. Yeah, I don't get a free pass when it comes to the TISM. If Bolsheviks want voting age at 16 and the draft is also low to 16, technically they can join the army already, Carlos. There is no draft in this country anyway. But yeah, you can join the army, the navy and the air force at 16, you just can't fight. I mean, unless we were with our backs against the wall, they would. But interesting story about that. My dad tried to join the Royal Navy when he was 16 in 1976. I didn't even know about this for years. Obviously I've known him all my life, 26 years nearly, and he never told me about that until literally a couple months ago. I'm like, what the fuck, Dad? Why didn't you tell me? Yeah, whoop whoop, it's the sound of the police. Yeah, good one, Taylor. I like that. That's good. But fuck the police is just it's driving hard hitting. Oh, Sussex. My condolences, Sam. So like he says, yeah, I tried to join the Navy and they wouldn't let me in because I'm mixed race. I'm like, why? Obviously it happened because he didn't go join the army. He wanted to join the Navy, and the army would have let him in, obviously. Oh, he didn't need his parents' permission, Carlos. He'd moved out by then. But it could have been that as well. But they also just saw this guy walk up to them who's not white, and they were like, nah, go away. And I was just shocked at that. Like, surely they would want more cannon fodder. Although in the Navy, you're not cannon fodder. You know what I mean? I know I'm being horrible, but you'd think they would want more people. Considering what happened 6 years later, but consider that a blessing that my dad, at the age of 22, never went to the Falklands and potentially could have been burned or maimed or killed or anything like that. Thank God, Oh, I'm not even an atheist. I'm an atheist, but, God, I said I wasn't then. I am an atheist. I'm an atheist, but thank God, My dad could have been killed in the war. A justified war, but, I want to exist. Because black people can't. He can swim. My dad can swim, as far as I know. He also used to know karate at that time as well, so how the hell can you not want that guy? He already knows how to fight people. He just doesn't know how to shoot a gun yet. Or does he? He might know how to, I don't know. My dad is a man of many secrets. They do have cannons on ships, so cannon fodder fits. You're right, privilege. Yeah. Thank God I'm an atheist. Oh God, I miss Christopher Hitchens, guys. Like, I was watching some clips of him and it's like, we need him. We need somebody like him. There's nobody like him. There's nobody. I can't. Peter's nothing like him. I mean, other than genetically they're similar because they're brothers, but he's just not Christopher, man. I mean, I can imagine now the two of them are actually working together in a way. If he was still alive, they would work together rather than be enemies because of what's going on. It's so depressing that he died of esophageal cancer in 2011, just as this shit was going down. That's the greatest defeat, and it's not even. It was something beyond our control. Cancer, man. Like, yeah. I mean, I guess we got Douglas Murray, but Douglas Murray's nowhere near the level of Christopher Hitchens. 'Cause at least with Christopher Hitchens, there was always some kind of hope. But I read Douglas Murray's book. It was depressing. I mean, he had more solutions than I thought he would, but overall, I came out wondering, well, shit. He seems like he's given up. Maybe not. Maybe he was just sad when he was making that book, when he was writing that. But maybe he's different now. Maybe he's not as black-pilled. But that was the most black-pilled book I've ever read. Like, I think I'm blanking on his name. Shit, what's he called? Oh no, hang on. Academic Agent, he said that it's one of the most red-pilled books ever. He's like, it's not, it's black-pilled. It's horrible. No, Douglas Murray, well, it can be funny, John. He's just not intentionally funny. No. Well, we don't laugh at him, we laugh with him, but he's off the cuff funny. That's what I mean. He's off the cuff funny. He's not like Hitchens, who can craft a joke out of thin air, you know. Hitchens was funny. Peter Hitchens is funny. They both share that good sense of humour. Christopher Hitchens. Well, maybe somebody will turn up like that and will blow society away. I don't know. Bad times, great men, right? I don't know. I hope so. Somebody asking me what's wrong with Hufflepuff. Yeah, it is the biting satire. Yeah. Anyway, how long have we been going? I need to check. 51 minutes. Can I go for a little longer? If you convince me, I could stay on a little longer, guys. You got any stories you want to talk about? I'm going to continue looking for Sherratt's bloody... Come on, dude. Oh, come on, man. Disappoint. Oh, another thing I forgot to show. Apparently this was him. I still don't know if it was him. Oh, I forgot to mention a few other things before we go. So, like, he sent this message. I don't know if it is him. I don't know who he sent it to. I don't know if he sent it to this guy or to Games Nosh. I don't know. Nobody told me. But it could well be that this girl did lead him on. You know, it's not along the realms of possibility. I know I was quite harsh with him then, but it's not beyond the realms of possibility that she's not telling the truth, that he's telling the truth. We don't know. Anything could happen, but knowing Spino, it's probably not. Unless he just leaks all the DMs, which is what I would have done. Oh, by the way, she has mad, crazy eyes. I was going to try and make a thumbnail with her eyes in there, but, oh well, you know, couldn't do it in the end. So there's that. Murray is a promise not achieved. Harris is too mellow. Shapiro is too harsh. Sinek? I don't know who that is. Sorry, I don't know who that guy is. What about Dennett? What happened to Daniel Dennett? Obviously, you know, Dawkins went off the deep end. Of course he's going to make a response video of this. If he can sit through it. No, her face isn't tired. She's trying to be sexy. Yeah, what is he now? Too hungover? Mix Uniopolis with someone intelligent. Charisma with intelligence. Sometimes you can't have both, you know. I don't know. Oh, Oozaloo is streaming. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, guys? Should we do a bit of stream sniping Why not? I've never done it before. Alright, I'm just going to turn him down before we do that. So I'm pulling my desktop audio a bit low. So, alright guys, I'm going to stream tonight for a couple minutes, and I'm going to go. Because why not? I'm also hungry. I've not had much to eat today, so... Where the fuck is that? There it is. Here we go, guys.
Always be elective.
What's he talking about? Women in combat roles.
Why would you be forced to take welfare?
Yeah.
Or is it...
He's talking to people in
That would be
college.
constitutional. If you're basing voting on tax, you would have to say that government assistance...
Right, I'm gonna...
is-
I might go in. Do you want me to go into the comments with him? Do you want me to go and say you're being currently stream sniped? Press 1 if you want to. Press 1. Press 1 in the chat. For me to invade his stream. Press 1, guys, if you want me to go in and talk to him. Fuck match of the day, John. I'm not watching it. 2 1s. I've turned him down, guys, so you can hear me better. Come on, guys. This is a direct democracy. Come on. That's it. Go on. Ooh. 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 I'm thinking about it, guys. Alright, go on then. We'll do it. Alright, here we go. Okay. Oh, I can. Here we go, guys. Oh, I don't have permission. Oh, yeah.
Should be voting. I mean, we don't have to come up with other analogies to just talk about that one thing. And there's...
Yeah. Also, there's
on,
many
guys.
other things, right? You guys are talking about felons not having the right to vote, and there's the reason. I gave a little bit of the history of why some areas don't, or most people take them away.
Let's see if he lets me
And that's
talk.
strictly due to protect low population areas where these prisons are. For example, we don't allow pedophiles
I'll be a bit quiet.
to go live wherever they want.
I'll consider
Get
it.
out, right?
Yeah, that is one of the exceptions.
That's a restriction. That is a understandable restriction on where somebody can live.
He's voting if I should
But
have a
that's not
voice,
part of the Constitution,
obviously.
Right. I do, I do wonder if that would hold up, and if that got
I'm
challenged
gonna
to the
vote,
Supreme Court.
because why
I mean,
not?
That would be.
You would see nobody anytime soon allow for that to happen, where they could just go live where. Nope.
Right. I mean, because right now that's all up to the states.
Well, no, there's no politician alive that's going to say, you know what, pedophiles should live wherever they want.
Right.
I don't want to have a career.
Yeah.
The reason
No,
why Social Security is still around, right? Social Security shouldn't have lasted longer than the Great Depression, what it was designed for. But nobody wants to commit suicide politically and get rid of it.
But a lawyer, but
I'm not going to win, guys. I'm not going to get a voice.
During the court system, like.
Yeah, but nobody wants to be the guy that destroyed Medicare or Social Security because, again, you'll be enemy number 1 for the most of the voting population.
Well, that was the hope.
Nah, he's not going to give me a
for
voice, guys. I
Obamacare,
lost
is
the
that
vote.
It would be so ingrained.
Even though I
people
tried to
wouldn't
cheat.
Want to mess with it.
Can you hear him?
Yeah.
I'm interested, guys. Can you hear him?
So, Obamacare is in itself
I don't know if you can hear this.
unconstitutional. Right?
Enemy of none. The king of Man. I am the king of Manchester. I am the king.
It was
I'm the king of the
executive
north,
order.
damn it.
And it
That's
could
what I am.
could
King of the
evaporate
north!
on the whims of any president that came behind him, which he knew that would happen. And it was,
I'm just going to tell him I'll listen.
neutered before it even
Like a
got
good
off
boy.
the ground because, one, Obama didn't want the full shebang. He just wanted a privately funded
Artemis Fowl is
public
talking,
access
guys. You want to know.
healthcare that people can get to through their employer. The obviously Medicare for all would have been the universal standard.
Good,
but
you can hear him.
nobody had. Do it.
Mitch, don't you dare interrupt us.
Oh shit, sorry. I didn't know I was...
God damn,
Unmuted.
okay, I'm muting you again.
Aw.
So the Medicare for all would have been the standard that he would go for if he was an actual advocate for it, but no. It would not have stood because you would unnecessarily tax people who already had health care and impose stricter regulations on top of that. And there's no call in the Constitution to do that successfully. Made it.
Well, right now, executive orders are constitutional, so it's
No,
it's
no, 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 no. The executive orders are temporary. They can be challenged easily and removed by the next president. That's why they're allowed.
Yeah, you're right. They're but I'm saying they they are constitutional in of themselves, but yeah, they are timed.
Yes, they can. They're of the whims of change and temperament, and could go at any second.
Right.
And it's exactly why they are allowed still, and that the president is not OP, needs to be nerfed. Okay. So the on terms of gun control for felons, right? Some felonies require that as they get out that they should not own guns. Now I agree. If somebody is a murderer and has murdered a shit ton of people, and they get out somehow, they should not be able to have access to weapons. Because if you did, there'd be a lot worse situations in Detroit.
Right.
So Detroit has a huge rate of gun violence, gun death, due to the simple fact that as people get out, they go right back to Detroit because I think there's a prison right next to it. I think next to O'Hare Airport. I can't remember exactly, but the rate of criminal.
I got bored. You wouldn't stop droning on. No offense, Artemis, but you're very long-winded, and I got bored. Anyway, guys, I think that's enough stream sniping for one day, and I think that's enough streaming for one night. So, I've been going for an hour. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll see you whenever I next see you, I guess. I mean, obviously videos and all that, but as for the next stream, I don't know. I'm gonna end the stream now, guys. Don't worry. Alright, so I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.